Sacramento has completely lost their mind. So folks, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse in Sacramento, well, it has. What do I mean by that? Well, to tell you right straight up, in a city that has promised transparency, that we could see everything that we're doing, in a city that has said this is all about recovering when we come back in the assembly from COVID-19, we're only going to be focused on COVID-19, only on the economic recovery of California, making sure everything is working right? Not really. So let's start with the whole your voice. Your voice is represented somewhat by your assembly people and senators, but mostly by the lobbyists who go in this state and fight for your rights, even when your own representative is ignoring you. So what is the answer during COVID-19? Keeping people safe in the Capitol, making sure the staff doesn't get sick? Well, this is the interesting thing they've done. See, lobbyists can't go into the building right now because lobbyists might be infected with COVID-19. We can't use any of the standard protocols of using a face mask, a thermometer, gloves, because, well, lobbyists probably carry a super duper over-the-top form of COVID-19 that would evade all of that we have yet to find out. And why am I being such a smart mouth about this? Because that same group of people said the general public, homeless people, they can go up in the galleries right there in the assembly and sit down, cough, sneeze, do whatever it is they do, and that's harmless. But if the lobbyist that is there to represent your rights, to meet with these members, tell them why what their staff has come up with is draconian or wrong, oh, no. That can't happen. And it's not just 2A lobbyists. It's lobbyists across the board. This shows you just how out of touch Sacramento has become. But moreover, they have an assembly bill, 2847. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you about this bill and why it's so wrong is because it has absolutely nothing to do with COVID-19. Zero. Zilch. So the governor and the assembly who said the only reason they were coming back was, again, COVID-19 and economic rebuilding have come up with 2847. What is this draconian bill? Well, remember microstamping, the idea that you're going to put on the end of a firing pin a unique set of digits that will go in the back of a casing, so if you're the bad person, they can find you, which we all know, firing pins break, they would come off with the file. There's all sorts of reasons this isn't good. Well, they weren't satisfied. So 2847 has a unique twist. This is how it works. Somebody comes up with, say, a Saturday night cheap special, really easy to make firearm that they find a way to put a microstamp on it. Not only does it get approved, which is questionable to begin with, but then the assembly gets to pick 3 of the oldest firearms left on the list of approved firearms. Say like a firearm that's been tested, true, we know that there are no safety issues, like a Colt. Well, sorry folks, that will no longer be an approved firearm. That's right, for 1 for 3. This is the equivalent of what I would tell you is like the California Condor project. Imagine what would happen with all the people that are pro-condors if I said, okay, for every condor that we take out of rehabilitation and release in the wild, you got to kill 3 wild condors. How long before condors are extinct? See how crazy that is? And for those of you that aren't the condors, it would be like this. For every smart car, you know those little cars that look like gerbils would drive them throughout California? For every one that they brought in, we're going to remove a Ford F-250, one of the most proven trucks in the U.S. history. We're going to remove that. You can't buy them. You can't own them. You got to have them all demolished. For every smart car we bring in. Can a smart car do what a Ford F-250 can do? Even if you don't like it, you can make a Chevy 2500, a Dodge Ram. I don't care. None of those trucks can be replaced by a smart car. I think all of you would find this very egregious. And this is why we need you to follow the links below that are going to tell you how to contact your assembly people and say, no, this has nothing to do with COVID, nothing to do with economic recovery, and this is further taking of my rights. This is nothing more than a gun grab, and we're not going to tolerate it. We will continue to let you know just how crazy Sacramento is week by week as we fight back.